Welcome back to another episode of the CRL Podcast. My name is Caleb Smith, driver of the 54 High Five Racing CRL Truck and ARCA car on Monday and Wednesday nights, joined by Jacob and Rob.
This is your boy Jakob, driver of the High Five Racing number 19 truck and ARCA car on Mondays and Wednesday nights, and owner of Grant Designs.
This is the other boy, Rob, driver of the 93 truck for once this season, this past Monday.
Ooh.
Yeah, and let's hop right into that. We were at the corn maze that was Iowa, and if they blew it up, I wouldn't mind.
Agreed,
It is
brother.
not. Yeah, it is not the Jacob thoughts.
Um,
It's ass.
honestly, it
Moving on.
wasn't. I don't really like Iowa, but it wasn't that bad, honestly. I didn't hate it. I ran well until I got fucking wrecked, but that seems to be my theme of Monday nights for the first half of the season for the past 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah,
To be fair, you put yourself in traffic by taking tires.
But listen, if
dumbass.
I would have had the same luck as Evan and Mike, I would have had a top 3, maybe even okay. Whoa, I'm not that good. I would have had a top 5.
All about where you line up, unfortunately.
Hold on. I'm not that good by a former champion of the series.
Dude, I am getting my ass kicked. I am in 19th
You
in
made
points.
the Final Four last season. You and Rob
Last
both.
season.
Yeah, after having the same start that you did this season.
Don't bring me into this conversation. I haven't been here.
Well, we are going to Nashville next Monday, so I feel confident about that. If I can get out front, raps.
I would rather. I'd rather run the fairgrounds. Honestly, the super speedway sucks.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's actually a fun racetrack.
No,
It's
it
because you can't
sucks,
save your tires.
brother. The rubber
If
is meant to be
there's 2
used.
things we know about Caleb Smith, the number 54 truck racing for High Five Racing, is that he is fast on road courses, except for Watkins Glen, and he cannot save his right front tire.
He also
Well-
likes concrete.
And he
so
likes Chase Elliott too.
He
Yeah,
also
that-
likes concrete. Okay, yeah, I do like some concrete. Pause. Wait, hang on.
Wait, what?
Anyway, back to
Brother,
Iowa, brother, huh? Anyway, back to Iowa. Yeah, I mean it was a decent race for me. I stayed out. I thought I was gonna get another top 10 on the season. After staying out with Ron over here, and yeah, the winner of the race, Mike Kelly, um, showing why he is a winner in this series and is going to go on to win more races. Just really aggressive move and just kind of throw it on in there. He was one of the ones with fresh tires. Obviously paid off for him at the end of the race, winning the race. Um, Jacob, you getting caught up in that. Bobbert, where did you finish?
I finished 6th.
What a guy.
I had a pretty quiet night. I felt like I had solid speed, but honestly, I messed with my steering ratio before the race and knocked it up to 14-1 because I was having a problem with getting loose in qualifying trim. And I just really wanted to not have that issue and be able to put down a decent lap. And so I kind of sacrificed short run speed all night. And I just didn't have the short run pace that some of those guys did, even though I could save and felt like I had pretty decent stability in the long run. But as you saw, I mean, everybody pretty much fell off to the same time. So it didn't really feel like it mattered. But I didn't have the pace that some of those guys did.
Yeah, early on, first 20 laps, I was good, right? I could make time. I tried to wrap the bottom for as long as I could and just try to maintain and stay up front for as long as I can. But I don't know. Those tracks like that, especially Iowa, I cannot for the life of me keep speed, and I don't know why.
Circle tracks are hard. to race
Amen,
on.
brother.
Um, yeah, but let's go ahead and get into our picks. Ron, you and I both had uh Jordan Trask that we picked. Jacob um decided to leave us, so he didn't make a pick. Um, but we picked Jordan Trask, and we he didn't win.
Yeah, he let
Kind
us
of,
down.
yeah, kind of disappointed. But at the end of the day, I think it was like me with oh, I'm happy for this road course, and then things don't fall your way. Um, so, but it'll probably be on the schedule in like 3 more seasons. So at
I don't
least
even
at
think it's
least
going to take that long. It'll probably be back not next season, but the season after.
no, I think the next track we'll put on. I keep seeing the Motegi Oval,
I
um,
am.
which is um, well, I call it Japanese Gateway, because
Point to it on a map, or
Yeah,
we can't do it. That's my rule.
pe- people people want me to do or want us to do that for the ARCA series, and I'm like, no.
no,
You
no, no.
hear it
If we
here first. That is not going on the schedule.
actually, that'd be the perfect track or perfect series to do it on. Test it out in ARCA, see if it works, put it into the Truck Series.
Mm,
Just like Portland, I think you should put Portland on the ARCA schedule.
Ooh,
Um,
I
agreed,
don't know.
brother.
yeah,
Maybe I'll go and do some testing, and I can have a few of my trusted
We've already
friends.
done. We've already done Portland testing.
I
yeah.
haven't.
Okay,
You were definitely there
so
for that.
so
I did
so
not do
so
Portland.
turn one, right-hander, back into a left. Then it's a sweeping right, short shoot, right, right. Then you got another right. Then you got a little
And then another
left-hander,
wreck, and then
and then
another wreck.
okay, well then it's just a skill issue. Um, yeah. So those we had gotten to our picks, but we had just we just got done with our CRL ARCA Series race at Charlotte,
You
our
didn't talk about
longest
our picks.
race of the season, and um, it was definitely, I was sweating afterwards. It was I think an hour and a half. Definitely not the longest race. Um, we'll get into a longer race a little bit further into the podcast. But Jacob bringing home a second place finish. How was your race? I know you were kind of up front battling for most of the night. How was that?
Um, I know you want to talk about the ARCA race, but you said we were going to talk about our picks, but we didn't talk about our picks.
You weren't here to make them, brother.
You didn't make your
I
pick.
did. I picked Lane, and even
You
if I
didn't pick it
didn't,
on the pod. Doesn't count.
You
you
didn't
guys
pick it on
didn't
the
even talk
podcast.
about your picks.
We did. We
We said
picked.
Jordan Trask was a
We picked.
disappointment, and that's what
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, okay. I guess you guys talked about it so fast, I just didn't pay no
Listen,
attention. All
brother.
right, fine,
We're
fine,
keep we're
fine.
keeping we're keeping it in the
All right.
podcast.
Well, my second place finish tonight was it was good. We had a good race there at the end. Me and Dusty and Seth were battling pretty hard there with like 15 laps to go, and came down to 5 to go, and a caution came out, and that kind of jumbled everybody back up. Green, white, checkered finish, and you know how that goes. Usually, whoever can get out front, but especially with these cars, get out front, you can block and do what you need to do, arrow block or whatever, and basically hold off everybody and drive off into the sunset. But um, I was running third coming down to the last corner, and uh, thought Seth was going to try to run it low to block Dusty from sending it on him, but Seth ended up running the middle, and Dusty ended up following him behind him. So I ran the top and had a huge run. If we had one more lap, I think I could have got Seth just because of how huge my run off of 4 was. But I ended up dipping below Dusty and taking second from him. So, but overall, it was a pretty good race. I started 17th, bad qualifying. Was just kind of riding around. It was a very long race, which let me say, I fucked up, and it was not supposed to be 150 laps. It was only supposed to be 120 laps. It was supposed to be 150 miles. So, big fuck up on my part. And yeah, so how was your race, Caleb?
You know, what you were just saying, that's just a standard dumbass Jacob moment. Um, sometimes it happens. My race was it. I feel like it was, and Rob, I said this to you earlier. It was my best tire saving race I've ever had. It wasn't good, but damn it, I got fourth. I had a top five car all night,
Hey, I'm
and
proud
He
of
I
you.
would have, if that caution would have never came out with like 20 something to go, Caleb would have had a third place finish tonight. And it would have been either Josh or myself winning.
I'm proud of
Yeah,
you.
I didn't have a car to win the race, obviously, but I definitely had a third to fifth place car, and I finished fourth. Definitely my best race I felt like I've had since I've come back to racing. Daytona is different, it's a different style of racing. Um,
Yeah, that shit's
but
easy.
yeah, debatable. But yeah, fourth place. I mean, we'll take it. I was battling Joe Spinelli there for a little bit. Um, I had the 10 car of Gillen behind me, and I guess something had happened on the final lap. I kind of sent it going into turn 3 and 4. I was not I was not ready to give up that spot because at the time of every caution coming out, I was like, oh, if I lose the top five because of this, I'm pissed, and I'm gonna talk about it tonight. Um, but I got a top five. I'm happy. Um, I didn't get to talk to do an interview on the broadcast, but we will again this season. Probably at Watkins Glen, because I really like road course racing in these cars. Better than the truck. Um, I've already started testing. So, but Rob decided to not race tonight. Um, and just leave his friends behind and you know
No, 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 no. Let's be clear. I decided to prioritize my wife tonight. Very big
Ooh.
difference.
now if I may for a second, you just got new sim equipment, correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay. Does she have her own computer?
She does not, no.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I mean, she has a laptop, but not like a gaming desktop, no.
Okay. So get her one and
She
you
does
guys can
not want
race it.
one, actually.
What?
Brother,
Yeah,
she doesn't want a PlayStation?
well, no, she uses my PlayStation, but I tried to get her to take my old PC and she won't take it.
Why?
Brother, your guess is as good as mine.
Dude, tell her she can play modded Minecraft on it.
I don't think that's going to appeal to her, brother.
What kind of games she like?
Call of Duty.
She likes, yeah, I was going to say,
What,
she likes playing Warzone.
Yeah, Call of Duty and Mario Party. That's about the only two things.
what a fucking range.
I remember,
Right?
I remember all the times of getting on, and Rob's like, "All right, Katie's gonna play with us." I'm like, "All right, sweet. Now we have a human shield."
Wow.
Evan was down a couple. I guess it was last or one of the last 2 weekends, and he checked her KD ratio, and I don't know if I want to say it publicly.
No, you got to. You got to now because
It
that.
ain't gonna be no worse than Caitlin's.
It's point 5.
Oh, I mean that's not bad. I've seen
That's
worse.
not bad.
I've,
Hell, that's
I've
probably what mine would be if I started playing again. You know how long it's been
no,
since I've
no,
played.
Jacob,
You said you were
Jacob.
going to download it like months ago, and then Nom happened, and you never did.
Well, racing. You know what I'm saying? We race a lot, and
Oh, okay. No,
That's,
you race a lot.
no, we race a lot,
No,
Rob.
you race a
When
lot.
I
If you haven't
race,
noticed, I haven't
no,
been there much recently.
no, you're always there. You're there in spirit and in my heart.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody wants me to be there so that way they can blame me, and then if I'm not there, they can still blame me.
That's just one. That's just one more position I get to have if you're there.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
I don't
well,
make the rules.
well, let's
Also, no. Hold on. I want to address something real quick. Evan touched my ass on the
Oh, okay, hold on.
in game.
left field.
Evan touched my bumper in game. Non-sexual, maybe sexual. It is the only dad's guy. And I said hello, and he never said hello back. And honestly, it hurt my feelings a little bit. I'm just gonna throw that
Yeah,
out there.
he was probably contemplating on putting your ass in the fence.
Can we just say how out of pocket that comment was? Like you just hit a fucking missile. Like just
why don't you get your head mind at the gutter, Caleb? You fucking Khalib.
Evan touched my ass. That is what you said.
Okay, but
Ron
also
Sherwood.
Josh touches my ass non-sexually. Okay,
That's different. That's your best friend.
I guess that's true. Have you ever seen the Key and Peele skit, Slap Ass, the baseball one? Go watch that if you haven't. It's fucking great.
All right. I feel like we've gotten really off topic.
Listen,
Here.
this is a podcast for you boys to have a good time and for everybody
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
It's 11 o'clock as of recording time, so let's have a fucking good time and then go to bed.
It is
'Cause
11 o'clock.
I need to get my ass in bed.
Yeah. Everyone that gets to listen to this whenever they want. Yeah, we're recording this right after these races end, and yeah, it's late. Yeah, really. Now you got me fucking yawning. God.
Fucking grandpas.
Bro, would you shut the hell up?
No, isn't that the whole point of a podcast to not shut the hell up?
Correct. So we had made an announcement. We kind of teased it last week on the podcast, and we officially made the announcement at what was it, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock Friday, last Friday. We are running the CRL Double, first annual CRL Double, on Memorial Day. We will be running the Ghost Athletics 250, which is our version of the Indy 500, just half distance in the IndyCar. So it'll be 100 laps, and then about an hour later, or whenever that race finishes, we'll be going and running 300 miles for the Grant Designs 300 in the Gen 7 Cup car. So, and that's 200 laps. So for anyone interested, you can go to our Discord, apply, and for one race it's $10, or you could do both for 15, and have a good time. The money will be put into our broadcast and our winner trophies, which will be sent out the following week. Which, by the way, we've already started looking into them, and if someone does end up completing the double and winning both of these races, we're gonna send them one big ass trophy. Like,
It's gonna be dope.
like we're just gonna because if you win both of them, like
you deserve a big ass trophy.
Yeah, we're just gonna send you like. Honestly, if someone completes the double in the first year, we might just have to stop.
Yeah, one and done.
Yeah, we might have just one and done it.
I hope it's Rob Sherwood.
Me too, brother.
I honestly.
Us three are all competing in it, so that'll be fun.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it, especially the Indy 500. It's not a car. We used to race it a lot together, like when we first started iRacing, because we were doing everything. Yeah. We even had an IndyCar league we joined at one point that only lasted for like 3 races, and then it kind of just fell off.
Evan.
Evan Coleman.
I'm actually excited for the Indy 500. My goal for both races is top 5 for both. If I can top 5 in both of those, it's going to be fun. That Charlotte race, though, 100 laps in, we are going to get tired. I guarantee it. Because we ran 150 laps tonight in the ARCA car, and we got to do another 50 on top of that with the next-gen car.
I will be sure to set up the sessions for the double. Just want to throw that out there. Because,
please.
Jacob can't figure out if we're running 300 miles to 300 laps. And then, I don't know what Caleb does when he sets up sessions.
Listen.
Okay. It's just off.
You have one bad session where you
I believe it
set
was
up.
back to back.
Yeah, okay, listen. I had set up a trophy truck race, Pro 2 lights. It was a CRL fun race the week before the season started. And how was I supposed to know that only you can only get 16 laps of fuel in the truck? That's 100% fuel. I didn't know that. I
Well, I
didn't test the
mean,
car.
I don't know. I'm
If
hearing
it's
some
16
rumblings out there
laps,
that I think people think we're setting up sessions based on fuel windows. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, we're
yeah,
trying to set these things up so we can get an edge on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We're practicing before everybody else does. We're doing more
hey,
practice.
hey, I'm gonna go ahead and be the first one to say I'm raw dogging these sessions. As soon as they open, that's when I'm at.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm the one saying out of pocket shit. Okay.
no. I am just as soon as they. I am not practicing any. I race on Monday nights. I race on Wednesday nights. That's all I'm doing. Um,
Yeah, it's true.
I
so
think we should go into these no practice at all. For
I make it.
nobody. You
I make
go
it
in
interesting.
5 minutes of practice, that's it. And then you go straight to qualifying.
Just tell
Like,
everybody
no.
like each Monday showing up at 7:30, and then you just take every iRacing track on the service and then just draw from a hat. You
yep,
don't know where you're running. It's just
yep,
you find
Wait.
out when the session goes up.
yep.
So
No, then we'll probably be like, oh, this is rigged. Oh, these guys know where they're racing at.
Jacob, you
I.
sound a little better after getting wrecked, brother.
Mm.
I am.
But
No
yeah.
comment.
No,
I'm
no, no.
tired of getting wrecked, dude. Like it's not hard to drive a fucking truck.
You ever take a like a sip of your drink, like you have like a Coca-Cola or something, and you have to point the label at the invisible camera?
What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
What
like
laser? At
look,
what invisible camera?
Brother,
I
I have
after the
no idea
I
what you're
after
talking about.
after the end of the race tonight, I went and got a um a Coca-Cola. Um, and you know how like they get out of the race car, or like before they get out get in the race car, they hold the either the Monster can, Coke bottle, whatever, and
Okay,
they hold the
see,
label.
that makes way more sense. Okay,
Yeah, you just ever point the label at the invisible camera, like and you just
I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Did
can't
you
say that I
pretend
did.
like you were like you had a camera on you and you were in a Coke commercial?
If he gave his pit road interview,
iRacing just did 180 miles around Charlotte. He is thirsty for a Coke. Caleb shows
he's
Coke to
like,
the
"Well,
was
I
that
just, I
camera.
just want to thank my CRL
Takes a sip.
podcast
You know what?
Ford Mustang group. But brought a real fast car to the
Do
track.
you know where he gets that from? His favorite Coca-Cola driver.
Oh yeah. No
Yeah,
wins,
he's trying to
Danny.
be like, yeah, he's trying to be like no
you
championship, Danny.
you you
Denny.
you
Yeah,
say
yeah,
you said no wins, but he's got two.
yeah.
No
But he doesn't
championship.
have any wins that anyone gives a shit about.
He's got
For that
three
I'm
season.
sorry.
Daytona 500s.
Right. Outside of him, no one gives a shit about. Oh, I'm sorry. You. Well, actually, not even you, because you were still a Chase fan at that point.
Yeah.
No,
Now
no,
he's just delusional.
Yeah, you're
no.
right. The Lulu Dennis.
I don't know why this aggression is being shifted towards me. Um, and I won't
Racing.
stand for it, damn
Ah.
it.
Well, are you gonna
I
sit for it then?
I
Hmm.
damn it, I'm already seated. Bless
I'm
America.
already. I'm
I'm
sitting
already
down right
I'm
now.
I am
Seated down.
seated. I am seated
Oh,
in my seat. Um, yeah, now since we're on top of real racing, um, what a what a race at Kansas. Moving
I'm gonna be
on.
honest. I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah, you didn't
I didn't
miss
watch
much.
any single race. I watched. I watched Carson Hocevar be cringy.
oh
That
God.
was
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
How are you gonna? How are you gonna make an
I say
Instagram
cringy
post?
because exactly what you're about to say, Rob.
Yeah, like dude made an Instagram post saying this wins for you, grandma, and then the last slide is of him sticking his middle finger out the driver's side window. Like, brother, huh?
Maybe he learned it
Be
from his
respectful,
grandmother.
young man.
Fuck, maybe I don't know, but
Maybe
god
she
damn,
told him to do it.
I don't.
I don't know. It just feels like as usual that dude has zero self awareness. I think he
mean,
literally called Tyler Reddick a
He tries to-
pipsqueak this week.
I think he tries too hard
Yeah, for
It's
to
sure.
be like the. I think he's trying to be what Kyle Busch used to be, and it's just not working out.
don't get me wrong. What he does like outside of the track with like the streaming and the videos he does on like Instagram and TikTok and all of that, they're hilarious. They're good
Well,
on the
Well,
racetrack.
even though whenever I watch those, like I could see him in like in an official race, just driving and acting like a dumbass, and with one hand, and he wrecks like 3 or 4 people, and then like, oh well, screw it. Like, bro, what a
But
dick.
well, most IRL drivers have that mentality when they do sim racing.
yeah, that's true.
Like because they don't
Lewis Hamilton doesn't.
because
The
okay,
goat.
Max
Lewis
Verstappen
Hamilton,
doesn't.
Max Verstappen does do
Kyle
that.
Larson doesn't.
Actually,
Kyle
I literally
Larson,
saw a video last week of Max Verstappen getting into an altercation on iRacing with somebody.
yeah, he literally overdrove the corner and wrecked a pro driver.
hmm
Um, and as for Kyle Larson, he got banned for the service for a while.
We're not going to
In
talk
in
about that.
in the COVID days.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah,
Too
you can
much COVID
just
going around.
if you just type in Kyle Larson iRacing, it should be like one of the first. Uh,
You know what we will talk about Kyle Larson is ho hum, he won Kansas. Yay,
yeah, what a
congrats.
Yay!
guy! What a
By the
guy!
way, Indy 500 practice started yesterday. I'm sorry, Monday.
He's winning
So
both.
I
He's gonna win the double.
I'm just excited to see him race the double. I feel like everybody just kind of wrote it off after last year, even though he actually didn't get to attempt the double because he never ran a lap in the 600. Thanks, NASCAR.
Yeah, thanks, NASCAR.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but as it sits right now, it's raining next weekend. At least
Shut
in
up.
Charlotte. I'm looking at my radar now,
Or
and
You're
because I know
trolling.
I'm not. I'm looking. I live like 5 miles from the racetrack. It says it's raining.
not even. You live 2 miles from the racetrack.
I'm looking at it right now. It says it's a 35% chance, but that's a cloud
But that's
with
next
raindrop.
week. That's
Yeah,
next
I'm
weekend,
just
though,
saying,
brother.
Brother, what?
Like that's gonna change.
Listen, my 10-day forecast only goes until Friday, and Friday looks beautiful according to this. So, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, I'm just
Well,
as it
speaking of,
sits
while
right
we're on
now.
the real racing talk, or what are we doing for the Xfinity race?
Hang on.
I don't know.
Real-
Buying
I have
tickets at some point.
I have 2 tickets that I need to purchase.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
I've gotta buy. I'm actually. Rob, would you rather me buy the ticket? Like I can buy mine.
we'll
or
talk about
rather-
this after. We're getting lost here. We'll talk about this after.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We
It's
gotta
real
figure out.
racing.
Yeah, it's real racing. We're all going
Yeah,
to the
but nobody
race.
wants to hear our process of purchasing tickets for the race.
Hey,
Unless there's
look,
like
we
some
can
life hack we can give them, which I
You
don't
know
think
what?
there
listen.
is.
Answer
Use
the
code
poll
Ron Sherwoo.
at Ticketmaster for 20% off your order. Please don't. We don't actually have a code.
Code Sherwoo.
Three
Code
O's.
Sherwood.
Sherwoo.
Oh man. Yeah, I bought my sports clips, Denny jersey, and the hat to match.
Oh,
Yeah, bud. We went all out.
All right, Jacob, can we like just
all right. If you wear that, I'm wearing my Ty Gibbs hat.
text me offline and we'll figure out where we're sitting without Khalib.
So I heard you say offline. How would that work?
I know
mean,
what you meant, Rob.
I said
Mhm.
text me offline, so like
Yeah.
offline
Mhm.
as in we're not online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But how would that work when you need the
I will
internet?
privately
He
chat
would
with you.
send me a text message.
Which the data waves.
Not necessarily. If he sends via SMS, that's not data.
That shit still goes through, brother.
Dumbass.
I'm not. I'm not a dumbass. Um, but
I
yeah,
mean,
just be sure to answer the poll on Spotify. We can't do it on YouTube. Where do you buy your tickets? Ticketmaster, SeatGeek. Where the fuck do you just be sure to
Where
answer the
you go
poll.
to the races at?
some people
Yeah,
use that weird app Game Time, apparently.
yeah. Do
You
you
know,
use Game Time for your last minute fucking
you can
ticket
use the NASCAR
decisions?
app and buy tickets too, right?
Which but doesn't just redirect
I
you to
think that
Ticketmaster?
redirects you to Ticketmaster. I think.
Yeah. I know the Panthers website redirects you directly
Yeah.
to um yeah, so that was the week for NASCAR. Um Real quick, we're gonna touch on this. IndyCar raced this weekend at the Indy
Bro,
Road Course. Hold on. Hold on, it's gonna be real quick. Alex Palou won again.
I was about to say
Moving
that. Like that man is fucking kicking their ass.
yeah,
Four
they
out of the
raced
first 5 races.
yeah. He won the first two. Kyle Kirkwood won Long Beach, and then Alex Palou wins the next two. He has yet to win on an oval. So if his first oval win is the Indy 500, first off, uh, he,
You
that
know
would
what? What's the odds on that? Let's find out.
um, yeah, I would say go to your gambling website. I know you have you love
No,
gambling.
no, I do not.
Yes, you do.
I quit. I quit.
Yeah, you pulled up the app very easily on that phone.
Okay, just because I know where it's at and it has my face scan on it doesn't mean I use it
I
all the time.
listen, brother. IMSA was at Laguna Seca, and shocker, Porsche wins again.
They don't have
But
any
but
thing
there
up for the
were
Indy 500 yet on FanDuel.
nah, that's not a shocker, Jacob. But yeah, shocker, Porsche wins again, and in the overall. But there was some beef at the end of that race. There was some contact made. I think they sent a Cadillac off the road. Um, but yeah, Porsche wins again. I don't know if it was the 6 or the 7. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter. It's still a Porsche Penske. Um, but the next big endurance race I'm really looking forward to is the Le Mans 24 in the middle of June. Um, so that's pretty exciting. Um, do a whole podcast talking about that. Stay up and watch all 24 hours. Robert, how you feel about that?
I'm probably out on that one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Come on, come on. But
Listen, man, I'm just trying to get the next weekend at this point.
Yeah.
June 5th, really. That's that's the day right there. Uh but yeah, let's go ahead and shout out our sponsors. Ghost Athletics, Grant Designs, sponsoring
Ooh.
our CRL Truck Series, ARCA Series. You can catch them on OSR Network on Monday and Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But let's get into our picks for what you said, Nashville Super Speedway,
Nashville
correct?
Super Speedway.
All right. Um,
Go ahead and go first, Mr. Smith.
I know I haven't picked this person yet. I'm going Rob Sherwood. Um,
No, don't pick me. Don't pick me. I'm not gonna
why?
be there on
Why?
Monday.
Why? Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh,
our softball games got delayed this past week. So, well, I shouldn't say that I won't be there, but the likelihood is that I probably will not be
all
there.
right.
I got a
Caleb,
7:15 game. So.
you want some stats?
Well, then I'm gonna pick Joshua Altus. Um, so that's my pick. Um,
All right. Well, there's only 2 current drivers who have a win at Nash out of the 5 times that we've been to Nashville Super Speedway. That is myself and Nathan Brown.
you guys are the only two winners.
Yeah, Trevor Ryan and Joey Stires are the other ones.
Oh, okay.
But we've only been to this track 5 times,
Hmm.
and that is Chris Smith and Fred Garcia. with the most starts of 5. And then there's me, Kevin Becker, and Evan Kinney, and Nathan Brown with 4. And we're the next highest. So I'm gonna pick myself.
Okay.
Yeah, you fucking wrecked
I've
me.
got the most laps led here out of all the 5 races total.
Okay. Let's.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's. When was the last time we
Yeah,
raced? Like, what season?
The last time we raced here, I won.
What
listen.
season?
I don't know, brother.
You're looking at it right now.
21.
Oh, okay, so 2 seasons ago.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to throw out there, that was a weird race because I got the lead from Ghost pretty early in that race, and then we had a caution mid pit cycle, so I came and pitted. Other people didn't come and pit, and then with the way the cautions fell or didn't fall, it
You
took me a while
finished
to get.
third.
Yeah, I did. And that was after I had restarted way back in the field. So, I do in fact love that place, and I wish I was going to be there. It kind of figures that all the tracks that I wanted to race this season, I'm not going to be there. But thank God I get to be there for Indy and Pocono. Wow, yeah.
So tell
Hey,
your
well, you'll
team.
do good at both of those, though.
Nah, hot ass.
Tell
I
your
don't think,
team.
brother.
Tell your softball team to find a new third baseman so you
Listen,
can race.
they actually have stuck me in the outfield the last couple of weeks. I've been getting more running
Even,
in, so
even more of a reason to
So,
race this
so
Monday
who was
night.
your pick, Rob?
I thought about picking Jakob as well. I think I'm gonna go bold. I think Mike Kelly is going back to back. This feels like a Mike Kelly race.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've already used
Um,
Mike.
I don't think I've
Have
used
any of us
Mike.
picked a winner yet?
Y'all have.
Evan
Y'all picked
Kinney.
Evan at Watkins.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Evan
Yeah,
at Watkins.
but me, no. I have been disappointed by everyone so far.
Skill
Listen,
issue.
I am so sorry. It was. I am so sorry that you picked me. Um,
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry for having faith in you as well.
oh, that's fucked
I'm
up.
kidding. I'm kidding,
Oh, that's fucked
Cody.
up.
I'm kidding.
Oh, damn.
On that note,
I kid.
That's fucked up.
You
All right.
know I don't mean it. I believe in you.
I know. I know.
until he don't.
Shut up, Jakob.
Well, um, I believe we covered everything. We talked
Briefly.
about. Um, yeah, this is a super late. I understand. We upload these at Fridays 10 a.m. Every Friday. Um,
We were recording at a late time.
yeah,
And
we record
it's my
Wednesdays at
fault.
late.
I take the blame.
You can't, buddy. You can't.
Well, I take the blame for tonight for
Yeah.
being so
You
long
fucked it up
because I
tonight.
added an extra 30 miles to our race.
No,
You mean laps?
no, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God,
No, it was originally 150 miles, but it turned out to be 180. So
Yeah,
yes, I added 30 miles.
Jacob. It's a mile and a half racetrack. You.
you said it was supposed to be 120 laps. You made it 150
I
laps.
did, right,
That's
but
that's not 30 miles, brother.
I know it's an extra 30 laps, but it all cool. You know what? Never mind. I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Oh, we we appreciate everyone who
Yep.
watches. Now, we appreciate everyone who watches, listens on Spotify, YouTube. Next week we have a special guest, driver of the 43 CRL Truck on Monday nights. Eric Anderson is going to be joining us. Been racing in the CRL Truck Series for a very long time. I don't quite have a season count. Um, But yeah, he's been racing with CRL for
He's
a very
definitely
long
a
time.
veteran,
You said what?
veteran of the league.
Yeah,
He's an OG of the league.
he definitely is, and I'm very excited to have him on and ask him some questions next week. So yeah, our guest next week, Eric Anderson. But this is going to do it for this episode of the CRL podcast. We will see everyone on Monday and Wednesday for our CRL Truck and ARCA series that you can catch on OSR Network, and next Friday for the CRL podcast at 10 a.m. on Spotify and YouTube. We appreciate everyone that watches, and bye bye.